Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Adam Mohammed Osman and welcome to Somaliland National Television News English. Here to bring you the latest news and hear the stories making local headlines. President of Somaliland arrives in Istanbul. New polio vaccination program through the Ministry of Health starts in Somaliland. Violence erupts in Egyptian capital, Cairo. President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, has arrived safely in Istanbul, Turkey, where he was greeted by members of the Foreign Office of Turkey, as well as Somaliland cabinet ministers. The President of Somaliland, Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, arrived safely in Istanbul, Turkey, where he was accompanied by the First Lady of Somaliland, Amina Mohamud Chirde. The President was greeted by the Somaliland ministerial delegation, who were already in Istanbul, as well as high-ranking officials of the Turkish Foreign Ministry. President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud was then escorted by a 13-car delegation accompanied by local security forces, which was similar to that of an international statesman. Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Dr. Mohammed Abdullahi Umar, provided a few words on the arrival of President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, where he stated that the President will take part in an invitational lunch held by the Turkish administration. Once that lunch is completed, the political, economical and developmental discussions will take place, which will include the Turkish Prime Minister, the Turkish Minister for Foreign Affairs and the Turkish Minister for Minerals and Energy. The discussions will cover aspects of the ongoing development of Turkey and discuss further relations between the two countries. The delegation of Somaliland ministers included the Minister of the Presidency, Hirsi Ali Haji Hassan, the Minister of Mining, Minerals and Water Resources, Hussein Abdi Duale, the Minister of Education and Higher Studies, Samsam Abdi Adan, also accompanied by the Minister of Resettlement, Rehabilitation and Resettlement, Salwan Isa Haglatosiya. A ceremony was held in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, to mark the start of a new polio vaccination public awareness campaign that will span across Somaliland. The Minister of Health, Hussein Mohamed Mohamud Hogg, was in attendance for this event. A ceremony to mark the start of a public awareness campaign for the eradication of polio has begun across the various regions of Somaliland, with this particular event held in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The Minister of Health, Hussein Mohamed Mohamud Hogg, was accompanied by the Minister of Labour and Social Affairs, Mahmoud Ahmed Bare, and also joined by the heads of the international organisations WHO, UNICEF, as well as high-ranking officials of the Ministry of Religious Affairs. The Minister of Health, Hussein Mohamed Mohamud Hogg, provided the opening speech at the event, where he discussed the purpose of this campaign, which is a polio vaccination campaign aimed at young children in Somaliland, while also expressing his gratitude towards the international organisations who assist the Ministry of Health, such as the WHO and UNICEF. Minister Hussein Mohamed Mohamud Hogg also stated that the officials of the Ministry of Health are required to provide all they can to support this campaign to assist the eradication of polio from young people in Somaliland. Minister of Labour and Social Affairs Mahmoud Ahmed Bare also provided a speech at the event, where he said the Ministry of Labour and Social Affairs is built on the 13th article of the Somaliland Constitution, which covers women, children and disabled people. The Minister of Planning and National Development, Dr. Saad Ali Shire, laid the foundational stone for the construction of a new school for disabled students, which will be built in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The Minister of Planning and National Development, Dr. Saad Ali Shire, laid the foundational stone for the construction of a new school purposely built for disabled students in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. The school's construction is being funded by a local businessman and will commence with the building of the perimeter and security rooms. Noura Mahmoud Noor, the chairperson of Somaliland's Disability Relief Organisation, provided the opening remarks at the event, where she stated her delight at the construction of this new school. The chairman of the Somaliland Diaspora Agency discussed the significance of the construction of this school for the disabled community of the Somaliland capital, Hargeisa. The final speaker of the event was welcomed by the Director General of the Ministry of Justice, Mohammed Musa Galay, was the guest of honour for the event. The Minister of Planning and National Development, Dr. Saad Ali Shire, who was full of praise for the participants of the event, as well as the funders for the construction of this new school for disabled students in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa. You're watching Somaliland National Television English, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news programme. Now for our international news. Violence erupted in the Egyptian capital Cairo in response to a court ruling on last year's football stadium riot which killed more than 70 people. Clashes between Egyptian security forces and the football fans in Cairo continued late into Saturday night, leaving 2 people dead and scores injured. Earlier, fans of the local Cairo team set fire to the headquarters of the Egyptian Football Association. Most of those who died last year had been fellow supporters watching their side play away at Port Said. Saturday's court ruling confirmed 21 death sentences and 28 acquittals. Cairo fans want more people charged. In Port Said, about 2,000 residents who want their local fans spared execution blockaded ferries crossing the Suez Canal. Egyptian government has condemned the violence and called on all sides to respect the rule of law. Following the recent death of Venezuelan President Hugo Chavez, the Venezuelan public have taken a look back at what the president has achieved within the 14 years that he was in power. When Hugo Chavez first came to power in Venezuela in 1999, he faced the difficult task of dealing with high levels of poverty and crime in the country. His aim was to reduce both through social initiatives. Despite these, insecurity remains extremely high. However, his popularity has been solid because of the several popular projects. 14 years after being re-elected for a 3rd term in office, the Caracas cable car was inaugurated, which connects the lower income areas of the city with the downtown districts. Jose Casneda, head of the community council, described how Comande gave them the money for the project that, according to him, made history, and anybody who will use it in the future will remember him. The popular social program introduced by Hugo Chavez is a network of state-run low-cost supermarkets called Mercal. The state produces or imports the goods in stores and heavily subsidizes them. This has permitted those on low incomes to buy products at an affordable price. These expensive initiatives have been paid for by a series of nationalization programs in the economy. Uhuru Kenyatta has been announced as the winner of the presidential election in Kenya by a small margin. However, the presidential candidate, Raila Odinga, is filing a court case to contest the decision. Results show that he had over 50% of the vote, which is just over the amount needed to avoid a runoff that has divided the nation along tribal lines. Prime Minister of Kenya, Raila Odinga, who has led the coalition government since 2008, has said he will mount a legal challenge against the results. Kenyatta's victory will pose a dilemma for the country's big Western donors, with his trial for crimes against humanity due to begin at the International Criminal Court in The Hague for orchestrating tribal violence 5 years ago. And that's all the news we have for you today. Thanks very much for watching. Until next time, goodbye.